Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is just a hodgepodge mess of a couple of videos I took and never made a whole video of. We'll get into some what solds in a minute. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. We got some shipping to do. Got like 5 or 6 items that sold since we did the shipping yesterday. And me and Mavis are out on a Friday morning. We're gonna chase down some yard sales and then we'll go do the shipping. Hopefully we find some stuff. Let's make some money. Hi. Ooh. Calico critters totally chock full. Not for $10. 50 cents. Those Fiestas. So the last one was not too much of a success. I think those round handle Fiestas will do maybe $12 a piece, and I paid 50 cents a piece. I mean, I'm $3 into all of them, but they'll probably be slow movers. Seems to be a lot of vintage Disney at this one. And the little brash chickens.
Yeah, I thought those were cool too. Those are Mountain Dads. Yeah. Those are neat. I don't know what to do with them.
Right? Yeah.
And my dad collected westerns, so we had that. Mom
Looks like a
frog, so we had that over there.
It's like a door knocker.
It is a door knocker.
That's fine. How much is the brass stuff?
Let me ask him.
So they're swearing up and down that this was displayed in Epcot Center during Christmas at Disney World, but it has like the main China tag on it. That's not gonna fly, but the tree skirt's amazing. If I can sell it, I might not be allowed to sell it. The door knocker, I suspect, is really good, and those nesting chickens for, I think I spent $5 on them. So look at this. I've never heard of this author, but these books kind of stuck out to me as I was walking by, and I'm like, these are obviously from the same set, and this is like a different issue of the same set, but all these being from the same author. I just looked up the author's name and book lot, and there's 85 sold listings, which means it sell about one a day, and there's 130 listed, which means that if you price them right, you should get a sale pretty quickly. It's not quite 50% sell-through rate, but the books are pretty low most of the time anyway. And these are 50 cents a piece. I'm assuming the price hasn't gone up. I haven't been in here in a couple of weeks. And then there's Game of Thrones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many books are in the Game of Thrones series. I was kind of hoping these might be numbered or tell me something about them. That's pretty neat. Probably a time when that was worth a fortune, but I doubt it is anymore because it's these LEDs now. I got a few things we'll have to go over when we get back to the house. I just ran out of battery life, and but the ducks, I think, are really the prize of the whole day. Say hi, Rubes. So the main thing to learn from the Goodwill cart is popcorn buckets and ears do well if you find theme park things. Comp them. These were $2.99 a piece, and they're good listings. I haven't sold yet. And then this Little Tykes tugboat is a bolo. If you look it up and you really dig in a little bit, like if you type in blue tugboat, Little Tykes, a bunch of stuff comes up. If you dig through what's actually listed, including mine, there's only 5 listed. But then if you look at what is actually sold, it's like 12, and they're like $80. So for the first time ever, I did this thing where I listed that at $140 and immediately put it 30% off to put it down with the comps. Just kind of wanted to see how that would work. If it doesn't work and it doesn't sell in a month, then maybe I'll take it off and list it for $75 plus shipping or something. But I just kind of wanted to try that. But keep an eye out for this boat. I had seen it on somebody else's bolo thing. Let's get more into Ruby and then what solds. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom. I'm a full-time eBay reseller and a stay-at-home dad for my 6 kids. And I got Ruby in the car seat right there with me. Not the car seat, the stroller. And Mavis is right outside the door keeping guard over the shop. We went over a whole bunch of sales recently on the last video. I've only got 5 to do, 6 to do today. Things that have to ship today. I've switched my handling back to 2-day because I'm starting to get in so many sales that I'm just too busy to be able to keep up with the more I've got 18 that sold, but there's only 6 that have to go out today, and I'm just too busy to keep up with shipping that many. So we'll do them a little bit at a time, and these are the ones that have to go today. Vintage fishing shirt. I don't know where it came from. It's cool. Probably didn't pay too awful much for it. Sold for $7 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $13. This Knives Out shirt, I know I got it. It's a 3XL. I know I got it off of Whatnot. I know what seller I got it off of Whatnot. And so this is a promo movie shirt. And I never heard of this movie until the sequel came out. And then my wife and I watched the sequel. I thought it was a little bit hokey. It just didn't feel like a modern movie at all. And like plot devices were just way too obvious. Speaking of Art Nouveau or noir, GGA, good girl art, where attractive ladies are not particularly clothed well, especially for the time. These were the 40s. And so some of these are considered GGA, good girl art. So these are all Perry Mason. And these kind of books that are this smaller scale and thin and have the noir style drawings, mysteries, they do fairly well. I found 1,000 of them in a house, a hoarder house, at the end of like 2019. This was just a pile laying at the garage sale, and the lady's like, take that whole stack of books for $1 if you're interested in any of them. And so my buddy Alex actually bought them because I was out of cash, because I bought all the Cardinals gear that day. But he bought them because I wanted them, and so they ended up with me. $25 free shipping, probably. This bird, hell yeah, this was listed the day after Ruby was born, which means that it was an ended cell similar in a huge bulk while I was at the hospital, and I can't find it at the moment, which is fantastic. Laser discs I knew were not great. They are worse than I expected. $12 free shipping for Batman Forever. I paid like $2 a piece for a bunch of these. I don't think I would ever buy any of them ever again. Pretty much laser discs. Like, I've got a sealed one that's like $15 free shipping. Jerry Maguire. If you find like Back to the Future sealed, if you find like iconic movies, or I'm sure there's some weird rare title that's worth something. You guys have to see this. Hi. Are you gonna get out your seat? No? Say hi. Hi. Then I went to this big, huge, crazy yard sale in an airplane hangar, and I bought all kinds of cool stuff. But this John Deere, and that was probably 6 months ago. No. Geez, that was probably a year ago. John Deere, new with the tags hoodie. I paid $5. I was pleasantly surprised by the prices. We found the farming game there, and a bunch of pearl snaps. Sold for $20 plus shipping, which is a fantastic price for the buyer and good enough for me. But John Deere stuff does reasonably well. John Deere is also close to here. The world headquarters for John Deere is Moline, which is like 2 hours away from where we live. That's it for now. Oh my goodness, you guys. Today was a nuts day at the garage sales. I had a handful of things that were $2 a piece that just felt like the $2 charm. A viewer texted me and said, you need to go to this address where they're having a yard sale, and I ended up spending almost $60 on some t-shirts, but oh my gosh. And then let's just look at it. So these were not for sale to sell. $5 for all of these Nerf darts. I'm going to be picking those up out of my yard for years. This is Nyko brand for the Wii, and it's just batteries and a charging dock. But I've done okay with these before, not this exact same one. But I suspect this is $30, $35, and if it's not, we'll keep it. These do pretty well with the lid. These Tupperware pitchers. The orange one is kind of iconic, and sometimes the lids can be Stairlight, like ribbed, and so those can do well. But for $2, I was pretty sure I was going to do okay with this. This was a quarter, and we just sold that Spuds McKenzie. And now I have this Spud McKenzie, which is a totally different animal. Well, it's the same animal, but it's not remotely worth, but that will sell. That's pretty cool. This was $1. All of this stuff in this bag came from the same garage sale. $1 for this International Harvester. For my International Harvester. I don't know what that's worth. It's worth more than $1. This sold separately for a quarter. It's a Coke truck. I collect these Rose Art puzzles, so I don't know if that's all there or not, but it'll display well in the box for $1. I wasn't passing that one up. I've never actually seen this Technodrome one. That's way cool. And then this one I bought hoping that it'll resell. It's sealed, and it's 20 years old, so if it doesn't, I'm only out $1. I bought this, was the major purchase at that garage sale. And I paid $30 for this bucket of action figures. But this is a really rare Biker Mice from Mars. And then there's like this vintage wrestler guy. Is that Ric Flair? I can ask 6x6. He'll know for sure. Oh, there's another. I didn't see this other Biker Mice from Mars. So now I know I'm in good shape on these with 2 Biker Mice. And I haven't even gone through. I mean, Wallace and Gromit, of course, is going to sell really well. Like stuff that I don't even know what it is. That's Magneto's helmet, but I don't think that's Magneto. Maybe that is some variant. I don't know this stuff super well, but for $30 I mean, I know that I'm not going to lose money because of those 2 Biker Mice from Mars. And there's some accessories in the bottom, and I didn't even realize that. This is like the raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy. And if that's older than the movies, there's the $1 Million Man. So like, I'm gonna do well on these. This is Power the Force. Really nice old Green Goblin. Yeah. So I paid $30 for all of these, and they are gonna. I'm excited. I'll have to do a bunch of research to figure out what's who, but that was a good pickup today. So I paid 50 cents a piece for these. One of them's marked 25, but she was counting the cars and counted all of these as a $1, $2, and I didn't quabble with her over the fact that one of them's marked a quarter. I think it's still marked a quarter. Yeah, 25 cents, and the other ones aren't marked. Doesn't matter. This, I'm just realizing in this moment that my brother and I had this when we were kids. It was like a slot car track without the slot cards. You just put batteries in them and they run. It was called Record Breaker. Paid $1 a pack for some sealed John Deere playing cards. I don't know if Jamaco playing cards are worth anything, but I thought vintage, because they're made in the U.S., John Deere playing cards would do well. This is neat. This was a throw-in. They always are. Old shopping bags. There is a sold comp for a Donald Duck one, but there's no sold comp for the Mickey Mouse. I don't even think there's a listed comp for the Mickey Mouse, but this is probably $5 plus shipping, and the shipping would be almost nothing. Bought these sunglasses at the same yard sale as that Mickey Mouse and the cards. Paid $1 for these. They're not too narrow for my face, and they don't have any markings on them, and probably not a good get. This I have bought and sold a couple of times. Peoria Chiefs. He said $5. It's obviously marked $4. I didn't quabble over it. I have sold this. It's probably a $25 piece. Picked up this for $1. It's $16, $17 free shipping, and it'll sell real fast. I picked this up on a hunch. My hunch was wrong. I suspected Casey Jr. is the Disneyland train. I suspected that this would be worth something. It is basically worth, I might break even on it if I feel like it. But it might not be worth listing, or my wife might decide to keep it because she loves Disney stuff. Comps do not exist for these, but people love their corgis, and these are vintage metal signs. So they're probably $10 plus shipping. And I paid $2. Corgi, that one says the word corgi on it. This one just says welcome home. Same artist, different corgi. Christmas corgi, happy holidays. And then welcome friends. This came from the same, this was a $2 piece that came from the same yard sale as the action figures and cars and stuff. It is not corroded in here, and if I put batteries in it, it works. It's probably a $35, $40 piece. I didn't drop it very far. This is another beautiful $2 piece, limited edition, with the trading card in it. The sold comps on these, there's one for $199 and one for $100, and I paid $2. I didn't know that it was a rare, weird one, but I figured for a 23-year-old Digimon action figures probably got to be worth picking up for $2. The other $2 banger is this. This is from
Alone at Last.
Tangled. Rapunzel hits the boyfriend played by Zachary Levi with this. What's his name? Finn Rider. And then that's Pascal. Anyway, this is a rare toy. If I got to put coin batteries in it, but if it works, it'll be $40, maybe $50. Paid $1 for this. It still sells new for $3, so it may not have been a good pickup. But I thought it was cool for $1, and I thought it was vintage, and I'd be able to flip it. But I'll figure out something to do with it if it's not worth selling. And this box was marked $1 each. I brought the whole box home. These are vintage, and none of them are anything special as far as I can tell, but they're from the 80s. This box is from the early 80s. This box is from the mid 90s, and this is the only one that's 2020. And there are 8 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. in there. So I was like, I'll just take them all for $2. And she's like, okay. And my thought is I can probably, I don't think any of them are more than like $3-4. But if I make that lot of 7 or 8, or even do a 90s lot and an 80s lot, and then this one just donate, I'm still probably, my $2 is probably 20. And then viewers of the channel, Dave and Nicole, one of them texted me. I have their phone number saved as both of them, so I don't know which one of them it was. But said, hey, look, this table has some shirts on it, and have you been to this yard sale? And as it turns out, I had been to that yard sale. It was on the same street as I picked up the Digimon stuff, but I went at like 7:45, and this guy wasn't set up until, he said 9:30 when I got there at noon. I paid $8 a piece for these t-shirts, but the reality is these have the hems cut off of the bottom of them. They're not crop tops, but they're not right either. But the comps on this are between $100 and $150. So if I can get 40, paid 8 and get 40, somebody will get a deal on this shirt, and I'll make a bunch of money. But I suspect it's going to go for a lot more than that. This one, same deal, bottom cut off of it, I paid $8. Probably this one's between 80 and 100, so I probably will get 40 for that one. This one has the bottom cut off of it. The only comp is listed for 50. This one I off the back the dude because I just thought it was so cool. It's single stitch, marked 1992, I think, on the back. Yeah, very cool shirt. I paid 15. I'll probably double my money on that one. This is a 2XL, may not be for sale, paid $8. I may keep it, or it'll sell for like 30, 35 bucks. This Tim McGraw one sells for about $40 or $50. It's on this changes tag. It's not single stitch, but it is definitely 90s with that changes tag on it. I don't think, oh, there is a back hit. I didn't even look at the back. Don't take the girl. And then this, Real Men wear black and silver. Super crazy fade on this. If you look at the shoulders, crazy fades. Made in the US, single stitch, 1990, Dale, NASCAR, and the back is faded nuts too. So I paid up on those t-shirts, but man, are they good t-shirts. They're because of the flaws, they'll probably take a little longer to sell than I'd like, but I'm excited. That was a really, really good day. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, following, clicking the bell, all the things that you do. Levi, say it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.